It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Broncos and the Bears coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ball game, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their 3rd-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles Justin Fields.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert.
And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 92 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game has to be established again this week.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Holding offense.
Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. Hand off right side for Herbert.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
If you look at this Bronco defense,
This unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Play action. It's Wilson.
a short one to the tight end, Troutman.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Here's Wilson to throw.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
As they've got it as we resume action.
Quickly into the hands of Mims.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They go play action now. Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The The kick by Maher is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Starting on the ground with Herbert.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and a yard. Now Fields.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fields throwing again.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
37-yard line.
Now it's Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Here's Fields. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through,
and that will tie us at 3-3. Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this 1st half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton.
And Sutton will have a Broncos 1st down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line.
So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Here's Fields. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Without the previous penalty, that would have been first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And they run the option on second down. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Herbert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Randy Gregory charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. That is caught by Herbert. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Smith to return it. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Sometimes we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Fields now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now an option play on second down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Herbert making a nice play there, coming off a 700-yard campaign, despite making just one start in 2022. Played a big part in the Bears becoming the 5th team in NFL history to rush for 3,000 yards in a season.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Meanwhile, Fields throw there, hauled in by Claypool. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big 3rd down, a field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Fields on first down. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap, Fields.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Alex Singleton making the play defensively.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
To throw is Fields. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Now, after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Got a man open, it's Sutton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside.
And Mims moves the chains, and it's exciting to see all the ways the Broncos might use him as a rookie. He's a mismatch type of a player who can really hit you from anywhere if you don't keep somebody nearby and closely guarded.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Throwing now is Wilson. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Here's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Wilson to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Wide open receiver complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Bears now ready to take over again. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 3rd down, Herbert. And that play going absolutely nowhere. And now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Play action. It's Wilson. That is caught, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson. And that's caught by Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 39-yard line.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win this game.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. As you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. On third down, here's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Moore. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Broncos, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.